Good morning. Derek Snow, no dog left behind here. It is almost 7 o'clock a.m. I haven't showered or anything. Clearly, I haven't shaven. And here I am, not even taking care of myself, and I'm trying to provide a nice message for you all. Anyways, today I really want to reinforce to you all the critical period of socialization for puppies with people. What does this mean? Okay, basically, this means the best bang for your buck, and to ensure your dog does not grow up having issues with trust with people. This period, if you expose your dog adequately for its own personal needs, because unfortunately, not every dog has the same, or puppy for that matter, has the same social needs. Okay, but this critical period is actually between 8 and 12 weeks. Best bang for your buck. You will continue to obviously socialize and build confidence and trust among people thereafter, but the best bang for your buck is between 8 and 12 weeks. So if you get a 12-week-old puppy from a breeder, there's a possibility it's going to be under socialized depending on how astute the breeder is of understanding the critical period of socialization. So I'm mentioning this because trust and social issues with dogs and people are entirely avoidable. There's very few instances, unless the dog has had very negative circumstances with people, that if you adequately socialize it, which means minimum meeting 50 people, new people, or even some of the same people for that matter, per week during that 4-week period, that you will adequately socialize your puppy. Okay? This is all shapes, sizes, colors of people, everything. Basically what happens is if you inadequately socialize your dog to people, after they get into adolescence and their mind starts to shift, there's an evolutionary mechanism built into them, same as us, that after you're out of that puppyhood stage, them, not us, then they start to view the world from a different respect. Okay? So the mind starts to shift and solidify as an adolescent into adulthood, that if I don't understand something, my token response is to fear it. So then like people start coming to me around 8, 9, 10 months and saying, oh, my dog's developed issues with people and I don't know where it came from. And I'm thinking in my head, well, it didn't develop them. It's just that they're showing now how inadequately you socialize the dog to people. Nothing developed. It's just that the mind changed. They came out of puppyhood and now their under socialization is clearly showing. So unfortunately, I think what goes wrong here is people are under the perspective of my dog is not vaccinated enough to go and meet all these people that I'm talking about. But this is not true. Something gets mixed up from the message of whether it's from the vet or the breeders. I have the utmost respect for vets, so don't misinterpret this. But something goes askew, okay? There's absolutely no reason you cannot expose your dog to the amount of people I mentioned at 8 weeks with one vaccination, because you're not putting them in a place where there's a lot of traffic of dogs, where dogs are unvaccinated, freely roaming around, like such as a dog park. You could just go to like a school ground, and if you're really scared, don't even put the dog on the ground, just carry it. Carry it to the school ground. Have a bunch of kids come and interact with it. Carry it for a walk downtown. People will stop you and be like, oh my God, can I touch your puppy? And you're like, yeah, please do. Here, give it a treat as well. Like these, you could have a dinner party, and then that could be, a quarter of the social needs that you met for the dog for that week. And then after these 4 weeks, you can take it easier. You don't have to be as, stringent on making sure the dog meets 50 new people every week. Excuse me. Anyway, I think I'm going to cough some more, so apologies. If you know anybody who has a puppy or you have a puppy, tell them or remind yourself 8 and 12 weeks is the biggest time of their life. The critical period of socialization for dogs to dogs is between 3 and 6 months. So it's not as, as immediate urgent need to socialize them. It's still very important, okay, and don't get me wrong. But the very first and most important thing is your dog needs to be comfortable with people. Dogs who are fearful or bite people don't tend to survive very long. But if the dog is under socialized with other dogs, that's a different story. Not advocating that in any capacity. I'm just saying don't mess it up if you have a puppy. 8 to 12 weeks is big time where you need to socialize them. And if they have one shot, that is completely adequate. Just have your guests who come through the door, leave their shoes outside. It's really like dogs getting parvo and other things. It's typically, transferred, or the dog catches something from having access to fecal and urine that is infected. So people leaving their shoes outside, nothing's going to happen. They're not going to get, it off their arm or anything like that. And lots of times, these people aren't rolling around in areas where dogs are frequently sick, and there's a lot of them. Like, there's very small chance. There's much higher likelihood is if you avoid this situation that your dog's going to be under socialized and find an early demise because it's bit a handful of people or even one really badly. So you need to vaccinate your dog with social interaction with people and other dogs, but it's just not as important in the first 8 to 12 weeks of the dog's life. Once again, if you found any value in this, share it up, like it, comment. Even if you didn't find value in it, you can tell me what you think I could do better, or just say whatever you like. I'm totally open to it all. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you another day.